kanyang dala, sa kanyang mga pakpak. Kasama tayo sa paglipad, sa talay iyang lakas. Hindi tayo matitibag, sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, at papagpagtataas lilipad tayo. Walang natatakutan, walang haadlang.
Aha! Yes, man! Sara all!
Sara all, kami din mintanan. Gikan sa Davao, siya ang number one. Sara all, abanti tatanan. Ang kaayuan ni padayon niya tanan. Sara all, Sara all.
People, anian na karon. People, karon na ang panahon. People, Inday Sara pa kay mulupad na ang agila. Sige, ipadayon na to ang suporta. Dagan na nag-apan ni Mayor Inday Sara. Kinasing-kasing nga mong isagit. Duterte Rami Inday Sara ang isinggit.
Sara all, kami din mintanan. Gikan sa Davao, siya ang number
Yes,
one. Sara all, abanti tatanan. Ang kaayuan ni padayon niya tanan. Sara all, Sara all, kami din mintanan. Gikan sa Davao, siya ang number
Yes,
one. Sara all, abanti tatanan. Ang kaayuan ni padayon niya tanan. Sara all. Don G, halika na't sumama. Tayo'y magkaisa. Dito na tayo. Oh. Sara all, kaming lahat. Sara all, ito'y tapat. Luzon, Visayas, halika na. Kasi ang Mindanao ay nandito na. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
Pangalan niya ating isigaw. Pag-ibig ang mangingibabaw.
Simula pa lang noon, talagang Duterte na kami hanggang ngayon. Sara Duterte, Carlo, pangalan mo sinisigaw ng Pilipino. Sa iyong pagtakbo kami nakasuporta. Sara all ang lahat para masaya. Sara all.
Nandito na ang agila. Lilipad na magkaisa.
Sara all, kami din mintanan. Gikan sa Davao, siya ang number one. Sara all, abanti tatanan. Ang kaayuan ni padayon niya tanan. Sara all, kami din mintanan. Gikan sa Davao, siya ang number one. Sara all, abanti tatanan. Ang kaayuan ni padayon niya tanan. Sara all.
May bagong pag-asa ng nadarama, may bagong sigla tayong nakikita, pumapagaspas sa hangin. Dala-dala rin ng alon, lilipad tayo, lilipad tayo.
Ipagpapatuloy ang pagbabago, itataguyod ang bawat Pilipino. Sa kanyang talinong aahon tayo.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa kanyang dala.
Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa paglipad. Sa taglay niyang lakas, hindi tayo
lilipad tayo. Lilipad na ang agila, pagbabago ay itutuloy niya. Lilipad na ang agila, pagbabago ay itutuloy niya.
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Juday, love you! Huwag ka mag-alala, number 1 kita!
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila, sa buong Pilipinas siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte!
Assalamualaikum sa mga kapatid nating Muslim. Maayong buntag sa mga Bisaya. Marhay na aga sa Indogabos sa mga Bicolano. Mayap-abak sa mga kababayan nating Kapampangan. Naimbag abigat sa mga Ilocano. Maayong aga sa mga Ilonggo. Maupay nga aga mga kababayang waray. Masanta siya kabuwasan sa mga taga-Pangasinan. Maradyaw na buntag sa mga Surigao-non. Buenos dias sa mga Chabacano. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Sana ay nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan, lalo na yung mga kababayan natin na malayo sa kanilang pamilya. Online tayo, kaya global ang reach natin ngayong araw na ito. Patuloy nating pag-uusapan dito sa SA4U ang iba't ibang paksa. Una na dyan, ang itanong kay Inday Sara kung saan ilang katanungan ng ating mga kababayan ang ating sasagutin. Nandyan pa rin ang mga artists for Sara na walang sawang sumusuporta sa atin. Ang mahalin natin ang Pilipinas segment kasama ang mga volunteers at parallel groups na nagsasagawa ng mga activities para makatulong sa mga kababayan natin. At ang napaka-importante na magnegosyo taday, pera sa bulsa, pagkain sa lamesa. Ang success stories ng pagnenegosyo na nagbigay trabaho, pera at pagkain sa ating mga kababayan. Siyempre, kasama ko rin lagi ang councilor ng 1st District ng Davao City, Tech Ocampo. Ngayong umaga, sa ating segment na itanong kay Inday Sara, pakinggan natin ang mga tanong ng ating mga kababayan tungkol sa iba't ibang issue sa ating bansa.
Ako si Ayman Dirampaton, isang pedicab driver. Ang tanong ko po kay Inday Sara ay kung ano po ang plano niyo upang mapaganda ang edukasyon sa bansa.
Maraming salamat sa tanong mo, Ayman Dirampaton. Mga plano para gumanda ang edukasyon sa ating bansa. Una, kailangan merong continuing education and assessment ang lahat ng ating mga guro upang paniguraduhin na natututo sila ng makabagong techniques ng pagtuturo para sa ating mga learners. Pangalawa, ay dapat global ang standard ng edukasyon sa lahat ng paaralan tulad ng mga bansa na nangunguna sa dekalidad ang edukasyon.
Ako po si Diamond Unda. Vendors po ako ng baklaran. Tanong ko lang po kay Inday Sara kung bakit po si BBM.
Diamond Unda, maraming salamat sa iyong katanungan. Si Bongbong Marcos ang naging running mate ko at katandem sa Uniteam dahil napakahalaga sa akin ang kanyang experience sa iba't ibang posisyon sa ating gobyerno. Siya ay naging vice governor, naging governor, naging congressman, at naging senator. Ang experience niya dito sa iba't ibang trabaho na ito ay makakatulong sa kanya sa pagtatrabaho niya at pagsisilbi sa ating bansa bilang President of the Republic of the Philippines. Maraming salamat po sa inyong mga katanungan at sana'y nasagot ko ito ng ayon sa inaasahan ninyong marinig. At bago tayo mag-break, shout out muna sa mga support groups natin. Salamat po sa inyong tiwala at suporta. Sa Inday Sara Duterte ako o ISDA. Inday Sara, ikalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas o Isip Pilipinas at Sara tayo. Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Sa simpleng pagpindot ng iyong cellphone, maaari nang may pahayag ang iyong pagsuporta sa Uniteam at ituloy ang pagbabago movement. Unang gawin ay pumunta sa www.ipm2022.ph. Upang maging opisyal na miyembro ng Uniteam at IPM, itap ang Register as a Supporter. Kompletuhin ang mga kinakailangang importanteng detalye ng supporter registration form, gaya ng iyong pangalan, middle name at apelyido, kasarian, edad at ang iyong mobile number. Kung ikaw ay isang overseas Filipino worker, piliin ang yes at ilagay kung saang bansa ka nakatira. Kung ikaw naman ay nandito sa Pilipinas, ilagay ang rehiyon, probinsya, lungsod o munisipalidad at kung saang barangay ka nakatira. Kinakailangan rin ang iyong kompletong address. Paalala, huwag gumamit ng pagdadaglat o abbreviation. Sunod ay piliin ang kategorya na iyong kinabibilangan. Pumili rin ng sektor na iyong kinabibilangan. Siguraduhin tama ang iyong ibinigay na impormasyon bago pindutin ang Save button. Pagkatapos pindutin ang Save button, lalabas sa screen ang iyong official ID. Nagpapatunay na ikaw ay isang official supporter ng Uniteam at ituloy ang pagbabago movement. Paalala, hindi na maaaring bumalik sa nakaraang page kung nariyan na ang iyong official ID. Agad na pindutin ang Save button bago ito mawala. Kung sakaling mayroong mga katanungan, maaaring message ang ituloy ang pagbabago Facebook page at agad namin itong sasagutin.
Lilipad na ang agila at bagong araw at pag-asa kanyang dala sa kanyang mga papag. Kasama tayo sa paglipad, sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo. Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Isa na namang kwento ng sipag at tiyaga ang ating tunghayan dito sa Magnegosyo Taday, pera sa bulsa, pagkain sa lamesa. Nang dahil sa pagsisikap at sa tulong ng nasabing proyekto ay nakamit niya ang hangaring makapagnegosyo upang may dagdag kita para sa kanyang pamilya. Panoorin po natin ito.
Bata pa lang ako, feeling ko talaga may iba. May iba sa kinikilos ko, may iba sa nararamdaman ko. Noong high school, doon ko na-discover na isa pala akong lesbian. Sa simula, medyo na-shock si na mama at papa, pero natanggap na din nila ang naging desisyon ko. Swerte ako dahil mula noon hanggang ngayon ay suportado ako ng mga magulang at mga kapatid ko. Ako po si Rowena Riza Garote, mula dito sa Barangay 31, Roas Boulevard, Davao City. Naging active member po ako ng Kagandahan LGBT Organization o KALO dito sa aming lugar. Dito ko nalaman ang tungkol sa programa ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte na Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday. Nagka-interes ako sa programang ito dahil gusto kong makatulong sa maliit na negosyo ng aming pamilya. Nagtitinda po kasi ng isda sina mama at papa. Sumali ako sa seminar, nag-submit ng application form at requirements at laking tuwa ko nang nakatanggap ako ng 10,000 pesos financial assistance noong October 30, 2021. Nang dahil sa financial assistance na ito, ay nadagdagan ang mga tinitinda naming isda at lumaki na po ang kinikita ni na mama at papa. Sa ngayon ay third year criminology student na po ako at dahil gusto kong mas makatulong sa aking mga magulang ay nagtatrabaho din ako bilang rider ng isang online shopping app. Pagkatapos ng aking mga deliveries ay tumutulong din ako sa pagbabantay ng aming pwesto. Sobrang thankful po kami kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte dahil sa kanyang programang Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday ay mas napalago ng aming pamilya ang aming negosyo. Sana ay mas marami pang matulungan si Mayor Inday Sara Duterte. Maraming salamat, Mayor Sara Duterte.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Ba't ka sumali dyan? Panlalaki yan. Yan talaga yung mga naririnig ko that time eh.
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, lumalaban pa rin ako.
Kaya nga ang ginawa ko, talagang nagsumikap ako sa lahat ng paraan na pwedeng mabuhay kami.
Fulfilling. Kasi parang dugot pawis po yung pinagdaanan namin during training.
Lahat ng mga leader ng LGBT mag-meeting kasi mayroon daw ibigay na programa ang gobyerno tulad ng mga livelihood.
The world will be a better place if objective po yung kagandahan.
Ang kagandahan sa akin, it's for everybody.
Maganda ako dahil nakasurvive ako sa hirap ng buhay ko noon.
Ako si Inday AJ, sasagitin ka sa anumang panganib.
Ako si Inday Masoy, kakampi mo sa hamon ng buhay.
Ako po si
Balik po tayo sa Sara All For You. Shout out po muna sa mga grupong sumusuporta sa atin. Sara All, Super Inday, at kay Inday Sara lilipad ang Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Haharapin natin.
Welcome back ulit sa Sara All For You. Ako po si Teco Campo at live pa rin mula rito sa Davao City. Dito sa segment na Mahalin Natin ang Pilipinas, kilalanin at kamustahin po natin ang isa pang volunteer group na sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte. Ito ay ang Solid Inday Sara o SIS. At makakasama po natin ngayong umaga ang kanilang tagapagsalita, ang HQ Director at proud Dabaoenia na si Miss Irene Ben Lascuña. Madayaw Irene at welcome dito sa Sara All For You.
Yes, good morning po Sir Tech and good morning to all the viewers of Sara All For You. Magandang umaga. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, and bago ang lahat, konting trivia lang sa ating mga nanonood.
Shirts, we asked them for membership kasi we want to know kasi sir, the number of people talaga who pledges to support Ma'am Inday and the unit team. So kaya kami kumukuha ng mga membership. And it's of course for free. And then we give IDs, and then t-shirts, may eyeballers, and then yung mga lanyards namin, meron din. For yung mga may sasakyan, nagbibigay din tayo ng Solid Inday Sara stickers and unit team para sa cars nila. So everything, all of these materials we are producing on our own, out of our love and support for Ma'am.
Having said that, ilan na ba ang mga membro o chapters ng SIS?
Currently, we have chapters in Cavite. We also have in Dubai. So we are expanding. Meron din tayo sa Samal, meron din tayo, basta different kinds of places wherein we visit kasi sir, what we do, no, so I already told you about the Biyahing Sis. So whenever we go to a place which is far-flung or out of reach from Davao City, there are people there na we train kung paano tayo pa-member. Kasi naman meron tayong Facebook group, so anyone can be a member as long as you're a supporter, of course. Pwede kang mag-click dun sa namin, sa Facebook, tapos there is a sign up. So anyone all over the world, of course, you said a while ago that your reach is global. Everything on the internet is global already. So if you want to pledge your support also with ma'am, so meron tayong online sign up. Tapos yun nga, nagpapa-members tayo doon. So I think we already have 15,000 and counting members online, and then may additional pa every day talaga. It's growing. So I think it is effective what we're doing, no, na we are propagating more of the name, and then syempre may maraming areas hindi siya nare-reach. So we do that. We are like an arm. We are like a campaign arm for her. So marami talagang hindi pwedeng mapuntahan ni ma'am personally. So we do that for her, on behalf of her, on behalf of the unity. So that's what we do.
Okay, Ma'am Irene, may mga ginagawa kayong mga aktibidad, hindi lang upang ikampanya nga, no, si Mayor Sara Duterte, kundi bilang pagtugon na rin, no, sa mga advocacy na isinusulong ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Ano po yun?
Yes, correct. So, we have been doing activities such as sports. Meron nga kaming one-day basketball league legal for Inday Sara, which happened just last week lang yun. So, we had Team Pulong, Team Baste. So, it is also helping to advance their candidacy, and at the same time, of course, to promote a healthier way. Sabi nga ni Randy Wong, our chairman, to promote a healthier way to advance our candidate. This is a healthier approach. We have Zumba at the same time. At saka, Sir Tech, hindi natatanong, marami ding lumalapit sa atin for help with regards sa sponsorship sa mga meals, meron tayong mga operation tuli, mga ganon. So we supported any help that we can, in any way that we can. We always try to keep our office open to any possibility na pwede tayong maka-reach out ng people, makatulong tayo. Kasi hindi lang naman ito for the campaign of Ma'am Inday and the Unity. This is also to advance the interest of the mass. Kasi we are here not to help ourselves, but to help other people, to reach out to them.
Wow, maganda yan. I'm sure marami kayong matutulungan. Balita ko, kayo ba ang nag-invento nitong Unity Burger?
Definitely. I think you have seen this all over the internet kasi meron tayong pa-burger. Kaya sabi nga kasi ni Ma'am Inday, kung na-cancel kayo, di ba, magpapa-burger. So ngayon, etong si Gretchen, she's a sister of our chairman, masyado siya active sa mga business, she's on the business side. Sabi niya, why not grab the opportunity to do this na para maging part din siya ng SIS, part siya ng parang culture ng SIS, ng environment ng SIS. So because she had a friend who is a chef, so they invented this burger. So gumawa sila ng burger, and then Sir Tech, namimigay kami niyan. So may mga schedules lang tayo, hindi naman everyday, pero nung nilaunch namin siya, it's really our initiative given through the SIS, through the supporters from SIS. Yun nga, na nag-start tayo nitong Unity Burger sa Davao City. And hindi na natin alam, marami na masyadong nagkumakalat na bago ngayon. So, yes.
Marami nang gumagawa ng mga supporters.
Oo, marami na. Pero I believe it all started with her idea.
Yes.
It just sparked the let's just say she's very innovative. So, that's why nandyan tayo. So, sa SIS talaga galing yan, Solid Inday Sara.
Wow, congrats doon At of course, magpa-burger ka.
Anytime, sir. Sabihan mo lang kami. You're very welcome, sir.
Ayan, okay. Sa inyong mga ginagawang aktibidad para sa mga kababayan natin, ano naman ang aral o realizations na natutunan ninyo? At ano tingin nyo ang dapat na gawin ng papasok na bagong administrasyon upang matugunan itong mga pangangailangan ng taong bayan?
I believe, sir, no, in the first place talaga, we feel that we are always welcome by the people. Kung saan kami pumupunta, lahat talaga nagsasabi, Vice President ko si Ma'am Inday, si Mayor Inday, ganon. Not just even in Davao City, of course, sabi ko nga kanina, we go outside Davao City. And we are very much welcomed by these people because I believe she's very well loved. And what I have realized right now is that ang dami talagang mga areas, of course, na kailangan ng tulong as 'di ba? I think kasi on a bigger scale, pag naging vice president si Ma'am, yung ginagawa niya sa Davao, pwede niyang i-reflect, i-mirror sa buong Pilipinas. And I think it can do so much more and be on a bigger perspective, in a bigger scale. Kaya nga sabi, ituloy ang pagbabago. Kasi nakikita naman din natin right now, currently, na may progress na talaga ang Philippines. So kung mag-change tayo ng admin, hindi na natin may pagpapatuloy yung nasimulan na. Kaya lagi namin sinasabi sa kanila, if you want progress, if you want change, because change has already started with PRRD, pagpatuloy nating suportahan kung sino yung much more inclined to his advocacy of building the Philippines a better place.
Wow.
Kaya yung realizations natin dyan is sobrang deep na you feel the warmth, the love of the people and the support, and it is genuine. It's coming from their hearts. And I believe that a true leader really shows love and support, not just from here, but from here. So, yun yung nafe-feel namin. Yun ang nare-realize ko.
Okay, syempre, mensahe nyo para sa kapwa sis supporters and volunteers at mga kababayan natin na nanonood ngayon. Go ahead, Ma'am Irene.
Ang pinaka-message ko lang talaga during this election period is that you get involved. Bumoto kayo. Kasi kahit nasabihin mo supporter ka, voter ka, pero hindi ka naman voter, di ba? Hindi ka naman active din naman pala talaga. Talagang mas ini-encourage natin yung voter na maging active, participative. Mga kasis, kasi it's time for us to collect our actions. Kailangan natin magkaisa nga, sinasabi nila, magkaisa tayo. Kasi together, mas malaki ang voice natin. Pero wala tayong magagawa if we do not actively participate in anything. Kasi kailangan nating magpakita tayo at bumoto tayo. Encourage natin yung mga tao na kakilala natin, friends natin, families natin, na kahit saan man sila sulok ng bansa, kung meron silang kung meron silang karapatan mag-vote or voter sila, mag-vote talaga, actively participate. Kasi your vote counts. Importante yun. So malapit na ang election, so we need all the help that we can get from you guys to really go out there, campaign, and say something good about our candidate and the unit team. Ma'am Inday Sara, BBM, and every senators na sinusuportahan nila, and even in your local government na sinusuportahan nila. Kasi nagsistart tayo, Sir Tech, diba, from every barangay. That's the the smallest form sa society natin. Yun yung So, lahat yan sila, suportahan natin kung sino yung naka-align sa admin na beliefs. So, yun ang aking message for everyone.
At mensahe mo syempre para kay Mayor Sara Duterte, ang ating future Vice President. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Ma'am Inday. I hope you remember me. But we are very, I know, ma'am, na ginagawa niyo po ngayon is not really easy. Sobrang mahirap na. I've seen you sa photos and I believe na hindi talaga, nakakapagod siya, but at the same time, it's gonna be worth it. I know that in time, if you'll be placed in that position, I know that we will reap all the hard work that we have worked throughout the election, not for ourselves, but I know because the Philippines will grow into a better nation, a better country. Kasi Sir Tek, I have been an OFW and I have always wished na to come back to the Philippines and experience what I have experienced in the more advanced countries. Na sana one day, Philippines is gonna be this much advanced, much more developed, much more cultivated. And I believe with this administration, ma'am, with your administration, with BBM's help at the same time, we will achieve that together.
Ayan, maraming salamat at mabuhay ka, Miss Irene Ben Lascuña ng SIS.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sir Tek.
You're welcome. At balik po tayo kay Mayor Sara Duterte.
Laging mabilis ang oras, pero bago tayo magpaalam, shoutout muna sa mga groups na patuloy ang suporta sa atin. Marcos Sara Duterte Alliance o Masada, Inday Cares, at iba't ibang BBM Sara Unity Chapters sa buong mundo. Huwag tayo maging kampante, andyan pa rin ang COVID-19. Tandaan, ang pag-iingat ninyo ay pag-iingat din para sa pamilya ninyo. Ako si Sara Duterte, kasama si Tek Ocampo, at ito ang Sara All For You. Sukran, mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. Kung paano kumalinga sa kapos at mahihirap. Puri ng taong aking hinahanap sa hinaharap. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila sa buong Pilipinas, siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo papabayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Duterte apelyido, pangalan.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as the Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's Lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her Lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the City Council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit. And in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tuganay of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation, Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pagbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encouraged entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pagbabago campaign is a 2-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pagbabago campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pagbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika Class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga Class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of Colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ate tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simulun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tingyan tribe, given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.